Here with reaction, we have Missouri Senator Josh Hawley. You know, 13 times, a lot of times you vote to open up the government. And to be clear, the Republicans are voting for a clean CR. That means to continue to fund the government at current levels. That means SNAP program payments get paid, air traffic controllers get paid. That means everyone that works in the government gets paid. How do they twist this into Republicans are doing this?
Well, I think they've got a guilty conscience, Sean, and well, they might, because on Saturday, 42 million Americans are not going to be able to eat. 650,000 Missourians are not going to be able to eat because the Democrats have had this government closed for 29 days and counting. They have no explanation for it, and you're exactly right. They could vote tomorrow to open up the government and pay the air traffic controllers, pay the military, pay all of our law enforcement, and help those 40 million needy people in this country. I've been pleading with my Democrat colleagues all week long. Do not allow 42 million people, needy people in this country, to go without food. And yet they seem prepared to do just that.
Well, they seem to. I don't know. You gave the Democrats an opportunity just to fund the military. You gave them an opportunity to fund the SNAP program. They have rejected any and all outreach. They continue to demand $1.5 trillion. And I do need to note here, Senator, that's only for a 7-week period of time. And among their demands, hundreds of millions for illegal immigrants, health care. That includes funding at NPR and PBS. That includes DEI programs abroad. Talk about holding the government hostage. That is to close the government down and take money out of the mouths of poor people in the process. It makes no sense to me.
It's insane. And you just think about who's being held hostage here. We're talking about the neediest Americans, Sean, and you're exactly right. Because the Democrats want to give health care to illegals, they want to take health care away from Missourians in my state. They want to take food away from Missourians in my state and give it to illegals. And they are willing to close the entire government for now a solid month in order to do so. I don't understand it. I think it is unconscionable. I think it is wrong. And I call on them again, vote to reopen the government, vote to help the needy, and vote to pay these. We've made commitments to the military, for heaven's sake, and law enforcement. Now you're asking them to work for nothing? They're not going to be able to feed their families. We're at a breaking point here, Sean, and I hope they realize that.
Okay, you're behind closed doors with Democrats. You're in what they call a cloakroom. I assume you have some conversations with some of them. Are they as adamant and ardent as their public posture? Do you see any of them understanding how profound this impact is going to be, especially starting Saturday?
Well, I think they're beginning to realize that with 40+ million Americans who are going to go hungry starting on Saturday, that they're in a bind, that they've made a mistake here. And, you know, they blame Donald Trump. I can't believe what I'm hearing. I mean, let's not forget, Donald Trump has found a way to pay the military, to pay law enforcement, to pay Border Patrol. The Democrats took away the funding. He's used emergency funds to pay those people, and now they're yelling at him because they say, oh, you're not doing enough. He's the only one doing anything. Congress is shut down effectively. Congress didn't pass a budget because the Democrats wouldn't do it. So I would just say again, it is time to end this. It's been 29 days too long, Sean. And here's the other thing I'd say. If the Democrats aren't willing to negotiate and we can't get anywhere on this, we're going to have to think about changing the rules of the Senate, because at the end of the day, we cannot allow the government to remain permanently closed, the military not paid, needy families go hungry, all because we got to get 60 votes and the Democrats won't give them to us.
Yeah. Senator Josh Hawley, I hope for the sake of the 42 million, if they don't do anything by Monday, I will urge this audience, the people that are able of financial means, to please help out the local food bank, help out a neighbor in need. This is real for a lot of people. That's a lot of people. They count on that money for bare necessities, and if they're on that program, and I think there's too many, and we have to examine why that is, but there are many people through no fault of their own, or the sick, the elderly, the infirmed, they need the help. And the American people are the most generous people on earth. You may now have to go direct to your local food bank, because I can see this becoming a major problem within a week. We appreciate your time, Senator. Thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.